Skye Michiels.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that what you go by?
That's what I go by, yeah.
I was looking for Skye, and they're like, what, the sky's falling? Everyone.
I mean, my classic line I say is my parents were hippies, you know, which they were.
Okay.
I grew up in upstate New York, so Woodstock and everything like
That's
that.
amazing.
Yeah. So, but the name actually is a Scottish name, the Isle of Skye. And the doctor that delivered me was, his heritage was Scottish, and they were from the Isle of Skye.
Wow.
So it was really cool.
It's so cool when I think when someone's name is a representation of something.
Yeah.
Side note, I don't use apps a lot to meet people, but it's someone I met online.
Okay.
Well, almost met online. After this message, there was no communication. Had a very intriguing name, and I said, when a name symbolically represents something, it's just so fascinating to me. I wrote maybe 2 paragraphs of what I'm trying to say to her. She never responded.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Might have scared her off.
Might have scared her a little bit.
Like,
Like maybe if she was Scottish.
Maybe take it back a little bit, brother.
So I want to know, you read a lot and educate yourself a lot.
I do.
And you stand on the shoulders of giants, as Gary would say, Keller. So the average person buys 17 books a year and reads less than 1.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
I was probably one of those people for many years. And what changed it for me, honestly, is we formed, Jake Dreyfus and I, a business partner, a good friend of mine, we formed an accountability group. It started out just the 2 of us, waking up early, So my life is pretty insane. I got a big business, got a lot of extracurricular stuff going on. I have 2 great kids. I got everything going on. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I always wanted to read, but by the time you got through everything in the course of the day, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, the minute I opened a book, I'd be asleep. So the way it's really started out working out, and we would just start texting each other earlier and earlier in the morning until finally it was starting to get to be about like 5 a.m. was like where it settled.
Okay.
So we'd make sure we were up by 5 a.m. together and, either go work out or whatever. At the same time, I read Miracle Morning.
Oh,
Elrod, Hal Elrod.
Yeah, Hal Elrod. Shout out to Hal.
Yeah.
He'll see this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That goes through the Savers method, which is scribe. I can't remember.
There's writing involved.
Yeah, writing,
workout involved,
reading, all this stuff. So it started there, and then we said, okay, well, this is really good for us. Like, we started doing a lot of things. We started setting some goals with each other. This started around the beginning of this year. So then we said, what if we created a group? This is great for 2 of us. What if we had 10 of us involved?
Wow.
So we put it out there to the office and said, hey, who wants to join us? We're going to form a group for 8 weeks, calling it the 5 a.m.ers.
Wow.
And it was a little accountability club, and we picked 2 books that we had to read during the 8 weeks.
Okay.
First was The Compound Effect.
Darren Hardy.
Yeah, one of my favorite books. Quick read, easy. The other one was a book called Tuesdays with Maury.
I never heard of it.
Mitch Albom. I'm gonna give it.
Yes.
You got to give it back to me.
Of course.
I have a library upstairs.
Okay. I like that.
You'll read it in a night. You'll probably read it in 3 hours. Very quick read. It's all about life. And it's the guy's professor who he lost touch with, gets back in touch with him. He's dying of Lou Gehrig's disease.
Wow.
And every Tuesday for 12 weeks he goes to visit him and they just talk about life.
Wow.
Really powerful book, man. So that's where it started. So then as we were getting close to the end of those 8 weeks, we're like, this is so awesome. Like, let's do it again. So we're calling it Evolutions, and now we have a second evolution that started up, and this book we're reading right now is called The Energy Bus.
John Gordon.
I think so.
He's a killer.
Yeah.
Culture guy.
Yeah, really, I was reading it. I thought of you when I'm reading it.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Yeah.
Really, really good book.
The soup he has too. Is
Yeah. So basically, the way we were looking at it is like if basically every 4 weeks we set a big goal we're going to accomplish in 4 weeks, and we're going to read 1 book. At the end of the year, we're going to have 12 books read.
Yes.
And now it's amazing. Now that I'm in it, I'm reading way more than what I thought I would